RB players lost in the top 8. Oh, so we're free.
Oh
There,
darn. Oh
that's
shucks.
crazy.
Oh. Oh man, I'm sure they. Oh.
Your heart is broken. Don't cry for me, Argentina. There's no way we had this whole stream and didn't see a single red blue match. I'm actually kind of nostalgic for red blue now.
I
We're,
know.
we're gonna get enough.
You know.
Trust me, we're gonna get enough red blue going into the next set. You're gonna be full of red blue. I'm not
Oh,
worried.
oh, I know. I know. I'm not upset at all. So, but it looks like our last person to nope, never mind. Wait, is that another? Wait a second. We have our last list.
No, that's Joseph. So we have the 3 so far. I
Yeah,
haven't
that's
seen the fourth.
Joseph. Okay. Yeah,
So
we
we've seen
haven't
the
seen the
blurple. I
fourth.
haven't
So,
seen. I
yep,
haven't seen the fourth one. We're just waiting on someone to post it. It
yep.
should be Dale. Did Dale get eliminated? It should be
I
Dale
don't
on Emerald
know.
Steel.
Yeah, one of our locals, he 3D prints different Disney characters that he'll just give away whatever. They'll do like a spin the wheel raffle thing kind of on our Sunday locals, and our Sunday locals are just for fun, do whatever. And so he'll like once a month, every other month, he'll just come in. And so recently he just did the tiger. Oh, people are gonna the
Raja?
tiger. Is it no,
Shere
the
Khan?
tiger from Tailspin? Is there a
Uh,
tiger in
there's a
Tailspin?
tiger in Jungle Book. There is. There might be a tiger in Tailspin.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is Shere
It might be
Khan.
Shere
But
Khan.
he printed a tiger that looks really cool. And so that is just a random thing that he's gonna give. And it looks like Dale won. So
Okay.
that Dales are gonna be our other top four.
All right. So it's gonna be. It looks like we got Dale versus Joseph Quigley. So I'm gonna put Pandemonium Heart versus Dale. I might put Joseph on here because Pandemonium Heart. I
Ooh.
might not be able to spell that right, and also it might be a little too long. Hey yo, no pause. We might have to put a. Let me see. Pandemonium. Maybe give him 2 lines, dude. There it is. There we go. We give him 2 lines, dude. Respect the gangster, dude. I can't be out here calling this man Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know who it is. Like you gotta real gotta recognize real, dude. As we got Pandemonium Heart versus Dale Bolito. Maybe I should put Joseph on there. I don't know. I'm about to get cooked. I'm getting fired. I'm never gonna work in
I
this.
there was I think it was there was somewhere recently. It might have been 20 Lore's recent interview with him and JDRR where they gave up and just put Joseph. Like they tried to fit Pandemonium and it didn't fit.
There we
So
go. Oh, we made it happen to it. Pandemonium Heart. We just 2-lined it.
there
Joe
you go.
Tigger Boy Quigley. Is that his real code name? Should I throw that in there, Fumbles? Is that his real actual code name? Is he Tigger Boy? Joseph TB Quigley? Quigley, is Quigley that is his actual name Quigley? Somebody feed me that because I think Quigley is not his real name.
Melee is Tigger Boy.
Oh, Tigger Boy's Melee. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. 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 Because I know Quigley, that name sounds like that's his real name? No way. That's a cool name. That sounds that sounds that sounds like a fictional name. Like it sounds Quigley. Like that sounds like you like a fanfic name. Like you made that up. Like Prince or
Like,
something. Tigger Boy is his Melee name. Oh, it's no longer Pandemonium Heart? Are we done with Pandemonium Heart? Should I cut?
isn't there a Quigley? Is it Quigley Down Under?
Quigley Down Under. Yes, that is the thing. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing. Quigley Down Under was a thing.
Those are good movies.
I don't know. That's what I was like. Okay, he's got to be. Okay. He had to go incognito at the North American Continental Championship. That's what I think that might be the new meta because I know Lamb did that as well. I think Lamb did that as well. He changed his Melee name. I hate that trend. Let's not make that a trend that takes off where these top players start obscuring their Melee names in order to avoid detection. Let's not make that a thing because that would piss me off, dude. If I'm sitting here and I'm playing against Scooby-Doo Ruffian, I sit down and freaking Zan is sitting across me. I'm like, bro, you're not that. Stop doing that.
You're not Scooby-Doo Ruffian.
You're not Scooby-Doo Ruffian or whatever. And you gotta be. That's a part of it. If you're gonna be a good player, you want to be a star player, you want to be winning all these titles and stuff. You gotta have people know who you are and be tracked. That's your fault for being famous, dude. Price of admission. You want to be good, you want to be famous. Guess what? you don't get a chance to hide. Okay, you need to be out there and be highly visible and let people know who you are, so you get to deal with that. That's a part of. You can't be incognito. No chance. Okay, let's cut it.
Luke in here in the chat. I'm gonna put RMB. Man, people won't know if you're playing purple steel, blue steel, or blurple. Like I don't know. Like they'll just be. They could roll the dice. I mean,
Quest for Two says, "What's a melee? Melee is the. I think it might be defunct now. I think melee might be cooked.
That's what they're getting at.
It's done.
It's going away. She gone. She gone.
It might be cooked. It might be cooked. So I don't know. I think I just don't want that to be a trend that takes off, where people can change their melees before tournaments, and it's energy.
I get it. You know, yeah, I get it. Especially for like Lamb, where the odds of him playing anything but blue steel are pretty slim to none. So, what was he? Wasn't he like kangaroo captain?
Yeah,
or something?
he was lamb chops, and he switched it up. He switched it up to Captain Kangaroo, which is kind of like a little play on itself. I see it because Captain Kangaroo is also a kid show. Lamb Chops play along with the kid show. He switched it from Lamb Chops to Captain Kangaroo in Australia, and he didn't tell anybody. No tweets, no nothing. Yeah. He just shows up to Australia incognito, just under the radar. Didn't say anything about it. Just flew halfway across the world, and then I guess that's what it takes.
He probably even combed his hair, so people didn't even recognize him. Like.
Start talking normal. Is that Attack for Two? We got Attack for Two. Don't change your name to Attack for Two. Quest for Two. We got Quest for Two and Attack for Two. We got it. You guys are you guys in collaboration? Dave who's got the copyright on the 4-2 mantra, dude? who's the first for two in here? We can't be Attack for Two and Quest for Two in the same chat. You guys got to fight it out, and there can only be one. I need a Highlander. Somebody's got to change.
Only one.
Somebody's got to change. Somebody got to change.
What's your melee? Is it JDZ?
Mine is still JDZ plays. I'm JDZ plays goats on melee. I might change. I might change to JDZQuest, but I think that'll be the only change I make. But I'm not a threat. I'm talking about the Sharks. There's like a high echelon of high caliber players who need to be who you are. Okay, you need to know when you're sitting down. You got to prepare yourself mentally. I would hate to sit down and my name is Starchild Fluffy One. Oh, dude, I'm about to cook Starchild Fluffy One. You don't stand a chance. And you sit down in this freaking DKP or something. Like, wait a minute, I'm playing Starchild Fluffy One. Well, actually, that's me because I changed my name. Nah.
What would make me the most sad if I hadn't never seen, like, I knew the name but I never seen the person. So I sit down across someone that has the melee tag. Like, let's say I didn't know who Luke was, right? And I see Wonderland, and I knew what Wonderland was. I just don't know what he looks like. And it's like, this is going to be great. I'm going to try and win. If I win, this is going to feel awesome. And then I find out it's not, like, Luke. Like, it's like, no. Like, oh.
Like, you think, like, yeah, I beat Wonderland. No, you beat Underland, dude.
Yeah, you beat the guy with an actual W at the start of the name.
You beat Wonderland. I don't know who that is. It's a VV. You know who it is. You didn't beat VV. You just beat straight W. Actually, it's 2 lowercase U's. That's what you beat. I don't know who that guy is. You just beat.
Yeah, that is when I would be upset. Like, oh, dang it.
All right, but it is, and this is probably I don't know who has the advantage here, but I think it might be about as 50-50 as you could hope, as Joseph Quigley. I think this has a pretty decent matchup into Green Steel from what we observed in historically.
Yes, for Blurple, it was almost unwinnable last set, but Genie offered you that turn 3 opportunity to be able to answer Diablo, and that is amazing. So it's a lot better now. Now, if he opens something like Cove into Diablo and all that nonsense, it gets a little bit more difficult. But yeah, it's gonna be. Oh, there's the 1 cost. You're
kind of Omega bricked here. That is scary, but if you can get there, if you can make it, you might have to pop this broom immediately. Get that guy cashed in. And
well, I don't think you can. I think you have to ink the Diablo here and pass, unless you draw an inkable.
Yeah, I think you might have to just gamble, and you might get another ink unink. You're saying
Yeah.
that is not bueno situation. As you're holding on to a
Wow.
grip of genies, and you're already ink starved here. Let's see what Pandemonium Heart elects to do. No ramp either. That just feels like misery incarnate. I'd
Yeah.
gamble. I think it's
Yeah.
time to gamble, dude. You got to enter to the gamble phase. I like the
I'm
tenacity,
going
dude.
to. Okay.
Gambling right here as you're gonna pop the broom and hope for better days. Worst case scenario, just ink the crab, but you're gonna
Oh,
ink the fox here.
drew an
So
inkable.
holding
Okay.
holding crab in hand. Yo,
All right. So we know the fox was one of the draws. Still has crab. There's that.
and we got the shift into the enchanted Zeus. So Dale is playing Zeus in the main deck. I think this might be that one of. It is enchanted as well.
Mm.
Another addition to their deck. I know they typically don't play Zeus in this steel deck, but he elected to put that in there. And we'll get a shift in. So this might be looking cooked. No ramp. Ooh, and it kind of bricked.
Yeah, it's always a rough day playing Blurple with no ramp. But at least it's not like green blue. Like green blue, if you don't see ramp, you're probably cooked. Like that's a bad day. But with green or with Blurple, you at least still have Fox and Crab and all these amazing cards to get you there.
Mm-hmm.
So now here though, we see the crab, we see two foxes, so he has to. I don't know how many cards he has in hand, other than at least he has three genies. So he is living on a dream right now, just praying to see Inkables.
Nonstop. You need at least one more, and you might be able to
Oh,
as we will
that's not good.
send in the Ursula. So we're going to set up the
That's
Ursula. And
not
even
good.
if you do get an Inkable and blast this Genie, there's a
Yep.
non 0% chance that Ursula can just yeet that Genie right on up off the field almost instantly. So you do find some ink
Yep.
and you will deploy the Genie, and you're giving up another card draw as well in the process with Diablo, who has been shifted and stabilized. So this is kind of going
Oh
the
my.
way that you want it to go if you're Dale, who's in complete control, as we are going to think about a double quest here. Just try to drag some lore out of this pretty compromised spot. But if Dale doesn't sing, you're gonna be right back in the driver's seat if you are Quigley, who did get to go first, miss ramp, and now you have the opportunity to get that 4 ink, get those genies rolling, and you might be able to check this Diablo here. So strength with this Ursula Deceiver might be a backbreaker.
Yeah, strength would be huge here. I mean, even if he has Prince John into, discard, like that is
Oof,
gonna be
yeah.
huge because we know he has two genies in hand. We don't he and then he has, oh,
Also,
that's
that's
pretty
double
good.
storm.
Takes out the genie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
So,
you get to draw 2 cards as well. Drop the Genie on the timeline, no issue. Didn't have to go out of your way to do it.
mhm.
And you'll put the Genie into the discard pile. You can quest the Diablo and continue to vibrate magnificently. You need Elsa here. I know you play Elsa. I think you got to get this Diablo off to have a chance. And then you can send the crab into this Ursula Deceiver. And if you can go Elsa here, I think you can stabilize enough to kind of get back into good graces of this game. But right now, it looks like
Mhm.
it's getting a little long in the tooth.
Yeah, this is I mean, he can at least take out, like, being able to take out that Ursula is going to be big. Now, he still has, I think, 4 ink
Yeah,
right now. So, if he has a strength in hand to
yeah.
take out that
Oof.
crab, I don't like
That might be
that's
untenable.
not good. Yeah.
He might be trying to save that strength for the next genie deployment, perhaps that
Mhm.
next turn, because he knows that there are 2 more genies coming, and the hidden cove is going to be
Oh, that's
deployed.
nice. That's really good.
And then the hidden cove, you could, in theory, put the Diablo into the cove, run the. No, you don't want to do that. Still play another character, and then have Diablo sing strength, pop the crab, and you're kind of chilling with that. You'll get some more cards with this genie, but ugh, that is not chill. And you will go ahead and check out the Oblo there. Just play around another bounce card, perhaps, and force this genie on in. And now you have this Ursula in the
Mhm.
cove, who the crab can no longer threaten here. Maybe you got Rush Fox can come on in and trade up with this Ursula, because you hate that thing to sing another song. Ursula singing one song,
Yeah.
sometimes you can get away with that, but Ursula singing two, typically, it's
Yeah.
usually going to be lights out,
And
man. a lot of the
And he's
time.
already had to ink 2 foxes, which feels awful. So like that's all right.
Mm.
But we're seeing, yeah, that feels pretty good. Now, do you deal 3 into the cove here is the question.
I
Um,
think you might. I think you might. But then you do 3 into the cove. But now this Ursula Deceiver of all can come back in the
mhm.
cove, take out. What are her stats? Yeah, she's a 2/3, so now it's a 3/4. You take out the crab pretty cleanly if you felt so. If you don't get another song here, which another song is devastating, but worst case um you could just take out the crab and kind of be fine for the most part, but not really. Your Diablo still can survive a little bit. I don't know. This is a pretty tough spot. This is a pretty tough spot.
Yeah. It is. I mean, luckily, he had 3 genies. So
Yeah.
so he has plenty of answers for that Diablo. But it's just that Ursula being able to just decimate his hand, or if he has the right song, or be able to answer another genie, just feels really bad.
Yeah,
So
it's
I don't know how many cards are in each player's hand right now either, though, right now. So
it does. Dale has to have at least 6 cards in hand. I would only assume. As we go for a
oh,
storm, we'll go ahead, and we've seen
okay.
the storm with the Diablo, which is interesting. Not with the Ursula. Maybe. Uh,
He must have a strength or
yeah, he's
something.
got a probably a hypnotize or something. Or no, or oh, there it
Or
is. Yep.
yep, strength. And takes out both of
Oh,
them. Oh,
yeah. We're going next.
oh,
We're going next. We're
jeez.
going next. We're going next.
It
That's rough.
that oh man. Because
That's rough. That's rough.
yeah.
And I know these players they're good friends, man. So I'm sure that this is you wanted just a good game, you want a good fair match,
Mhm.
but this is
Yep.
looking Jover. But we got a next. You'll have an opportunity to play
Yep.
again.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, that's why you play best of 3. And Pandemonium Heart's not giving up. You're gonna just continue to play your cards and not just scoop it up. You're only at 2. Like we said before, this green steel deck takes a little time to really start pouring it on. But once it's on, you're just gonna have 15
Yeah.
characters on there. You just can't catch up. Blurple's ultimate
Yep.
weakness is that width of board, and you see this board is just ever expanding as each turn goes by. So this is looking cooked. Okay, we've been here
Yeah.
before.
Yes. Yes, we have. If you've never been on the receiving end of a green steel player that sees a good hand, you're a lucky person.
Yeah, because
So
consider yourself lucky. It feels so bad sometimes. Diablo just seems so unfair. So I love firing the cannon on Diablo. I love clearing a Diablo. I love it. I love to clear a shifted Diablo before when they only can draw 1 card. That is one of the
yep. Oh
best
yeah.
feelings in Digital Lorcana is clearing a shifted Diablo after they've only drawn 1 card because they lose the shift, they lose the Diablo, they lose the card they shifted, and it feels so good, but it's so rare because they're going to see the card and probably not shift into it. So
Mhm.
hate to see it. You got to top deck it most of the time. You got to get a little lucky.
Now we do see the is that an inked sudden? Oh no, it uses the sudden chill.
We're
Okay.
playing the sudden chills. We'll kick the library
Yeah.
out as Prince
Yep.
John gets another. And
Oh
Lucifer's coming down
no.
too. Oh, just yeah, we got. Oh my
Oh,
god.
he did have a sale.
Oh,
Wow. That is good.
too late.
That was yep. I mean, too late to see it, but at least he
Yeah.
had it to be able to discard it instead of 2 cards.
Oh yeah,
So
true, true, true. The hand is getting torn apart. Prince John, and we're gonna strength the
to
both.
take them both. Oh my goodness. What? Oh,
It's been
jeez.
a long way without
Yeah.
you, my friend. And I'll tell you all
Uh,
about it. It's over. Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's
yeah.
done. It's done.
Right.
It's done. But we
Yeah.
gotta fight, dude. We can't.
Yep. We gotta fight. We gotta fight.
You got a Hades. You got 7. Maybe we can get a Hades. I don't know if Hades is gonna do anything. As we're gonna go, he's coming.
There's the
Let's
Hades.
go,
So
Hades.
take out Ursula.
He might
I
have
mean, or
to.
Diablo.
I mean,
Like,
he's played so many songs, dude. There is no way
yeah,
he's got
it's
another song to play. I play
it's
Diablo and
gotta
just,
be
but you
Diablo,
can't. You
right?
gotta send a Diablo. You're gonna double ramp them with a billion cards in hand,
I
so it's gonna
know. Like,
make your
it's a
life worse.
lose situation.
Oh
So he does
no.
choose Diablo. Like,
Yeah.
so now we're gonna see Dale play out all 19 cards he has in his hand. Like, gosh.
So now, okay, here's
Oh,
a win. You just gotta bounce the Hades and keep deploying the Hades, hopefully. And I don't think you have enough ink to bounce and redeploy, but And he got the Cove as well, so you really can't even afford to exert this Hades because he can get taken out. Like, you can take him down, I think. I don't think
Yeah, I
you
mean,
have more songs to play, though.
Hades can at least Prince John can't. I mean, I guess you could quest with Prince John because Joseph doesn't have any cards left in his hand, so Prince John's kind of done his
Yeah.
work, unless you have what is it, Bruno, right? Is that
Yeah.
the one return a character and then they discard one?
Yeah.
So there's that.
I
Oh,
and I don't know how many cards are in Joseph's hands, but a Bruno here and a Pete comes down, which this deck doesn't play too many actions, but that 3 cost, that
no,
3 toughness or 3 strength is pretty
it's
vital.
still good. Yeah.
Let's see how many cards are shown. It looks like there's no hand, so
He has 9 ink. He just played a Beast, a Pete, and a Diablo in one turn. Yeah,
dang.
so he's just gonna quest down.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just put game on board and pass back on
Mm-hmm.
over to Pandemonium Heart, aka Joseph Quigley, and we're probably going to check a card and then just get all the way up out of here for game number 2 and hope for better days. I mean, bricking
Yep.
and your opponent doing the opposite of bricking feels
Oh,
bad.
picking up. All
Yeah,
right.
we got to get out of here. I've seen enough. As Joseph Quigley's like, okay, let me shuffle this deck real quick. The sleeves look kind of new. Let me get a pile in here. Let me mix these bad boys up a little. There, I like that. I like that idea. I do that. After I
Yep.
brick, I'm
Oh
piling.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't come into this chat, all the scientists and all the nerds. Oh, pile shuffling isn't shuffling. It doesn't really do anything. Psychologically, okay, to me, it does
Yes,
something.
it does.
If I
Yes.
brick,
Psychological.
if I brick, I'm piling the next one. Believe that. If I brick, I'm piling for sure. It does something to my mental health. Okay. Yo, with the Raiders, the Ink Thieves coming on in with the raid. I do appreciate it, Ink Thieves. You guys make sure you go back over there and do a little reverse follow on the Ink Thieves as well. Towel Man Purple has assured me he's going to start streaming. Didn't do it. Hate to see it. Said, hey, JDZ, I'm going to start streaming a little bit more, man. You're inspiring me, man. Keep it up. I'm going to do it. Liar, dude. Didn't do a damn thing. Did not. Attack for 2 says pile counting. Okay, if you want to call it pile counting, not shuffling, I'm going to do it. It makes me feel better about myself mentally, okay?
Yep.
I look at those cards that I just bricked on. I'm like, let's get it. Let's start fresh. Let's start fresh. Let's pile them up and get it going. As that went about as bad for Joseph Quigley as you could have wanted. You got none of your markers. You want to hit some 1 cost. You want to ramp. You want to do those things, and it just didn't happen for you. As we lost the feed.
There we go. As we lost
Support.
the feed.
Support.
Right, we're chilling.
Support.
Oh god, production.
Don't touch that dial. Keep it locked. Support. Let me get into the.
Let's see.
Let me get into the. We lost the feed. Support.
You want to see my? You want to see the last hat of the night?
Let's see it.
I won't be leaving this one on. It's more than just a hat.
All right.
I'll leave camera for a second.
Let me see. Oh, here we go. We're back. Let's see it. Hat change. Let's see it. As we did do a little feed, we got it back. Oh my goodness, dude! That kind of bald cast for the finals. Let's do it. Finals. We'll go full bald on the finals.
Unfortunately, it gets a little hot, but one of these days I'm gonna do something with it. I don't know what, but it'll be fun.
You might just asphyxiate yourself on stream and be the first person to go down here live if you keep that thing off too long. You might just keel over. Don't do it. All right, we'll go bald. So I'll pop the top. Let's see it. Yeah, I'm in a bad phase of bald right now. I'm gonna have to keep that on. I'm so sorry. I'm in a bad, that day 2 or 3 in where you just need the freshie. I'm kind of there right now.
Yeah,
and it's not as bad. I make it a lot worse than it really is, but
man.
I got the baldy
It starts
going.
to get Velcro-y.
Yeah,
Like,
I gotta cut it. I gotta get another nice little shave, and I'm talking about not necessarily the hair. I'm talking about the pattern that I got going on here.
Gotcha.
It's just bald. It's just I'm not completely bald. I'm balding, which is worse.
Yes.
I think, because I'm struggling to hold on to something that is lost.
Yep.
It's very poetic in that way.
I've got a whole lot of hair that grows on the back here, and then a whole lot of nothing that grows on the front here. So it's a great feeling.
It feels terrible. I'm there too as a balding man. I'm thinking about going to Turkey. And you do hit some ramp. You do hit some Elsa.
Ooh.
You got big Elsa in hand though. Hate to see that. That's going to be a great card to discard almost instantly. or maybe Tipo might jam that bagger right onto the inkwell face down and exert it on his next turn. So stay tuned for that. Um, I think that might be something that's about to happen. Are you Tipo gang or Cell gang here? Probably gonna be Tipo send this Elsa, I would only assume.
Yeah, Tipo for Elsa. Yeah, because you'll never play that Elsa this game. Like it's not gonna happen. So, I mean, you could shift it, but at the same time, like I'd rather keep the evasive character alive
Mm-hmm.
than go that route. So yeah, Tipo all the way gives another character. So I think he had two. He has all the ramp in the world now, which
Mm-hmm.
is pretty awesome. So did he have two Tipo in hand?
He had two Tipo in hand and a Sail,
Okay, all right.
a medium Elsa and a big Elsa. As we will go ahead and pop
Okay.
the Chernabog for one to draw, just playing around the idea of a shifted Diablo, getting your draw in before your adversary can draw as well, or maybe even play some type of action to clear that Chernabog follower. Make your decision.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, and we'll go for two, and we're sailing here instead of the
So
Tipo.
I wonder if he went sail to stop a Let the Storm Rage on.
That's a
Like,
possibility. Shift Diablo, Seeing Storm feels
mm-hmm.
like he just lost some cards in that way as well. But now you have to think about what you want to ink, as we'll ink that Tipo and play a one cost character,
Wow. So interesting. So he's really hoping to shift that big Elsa. I mean,
or maybe just
or
keeping it
he wanted
as a quality discard too, just a card
as a
that you just
yeah,
know you can discard. If it comes up, it
yep,
could be huge in theory. If you can make it to that point to get that Bear Girl moving, it could be a great card for you. It could be a card, but
yeah.
at worst, if they go Prince John or Sudden Chill or whatever, Hypnotize, you got something for
Mm,
sure that you can just discard with the greatest of ease and not
yeah.
affect your game plan too terribly bad.
You
And
know, and the other thing is Sale lets you his hand was all ramp pretty much.
mm-hmm.
He had Elsa, which is great. So Sale at least has that cantrip effect where you get to draw for another card. So maybe that was part of it as well of just I just want to dig deeper. I need genies. I'd love more Elsas. I'd love to just get up there. So
Mm-hmm. So he's
much better start for him this game though.
I think you might want to keep that ball rolling, keep this quest pop situation going if you could. And no, we're going to hold on
Oh,
to the
there's the
broom.
genie. Very nice.
So electing not to give up that broom here. Let's see if that was something that was in intention or no. You're gonna go. You want the broom to stay. Maybe popping that broom, just get him out of here before Shift Diablo can come in. I'm so afraid of Shift Diablo. Maybe he won't happen.
I'd imagine that if it was going to happen, it would have been last turn. If it happens now, then he loses genie. Keeping Broom lets Broom and Elsa trade into the Ursula if you wanted to go that route.
Okay. Yeah. Having
So
that three might be more
yeah,
important. Okay.
one of the things that I learned about Blurple, especially Blurple, is one drops are almost your most powerful cards in the deck. Like the
Mm-hmm.
amount of different things you can do with them. And I never respected one drops until I started playing more with JD, and he kind of uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Enlightened me.
Okay.
So there's just so many opportunities to just what you can do with just a one drop on the field.
For sure. And you gotta squeeze every ounce of nutrition out of these things. You gotta get as
Mm,
much longevity out of these one cost characters, as much lore. You're not just crashing them all the time. You're not just questing and popping all the time all willy nilly. Sometimes you gotta take stuff out in battle. Sometimes you gotta hold it for a couple turns and maybe get some favorable exchanges in. So how they handle these one drops is going to determine who is a good Blurple player and who's not quite there yet. I still got some room to grow in my Blurple game, but you're correct, man. Those one cost cards are the difference makers. As Pete, the game's referee, is going to come on into the field of play, and your board now might have to check down because you have to play around the idea of a crab as well as the Elsa, whose Pandemonium Heart is holding
mm-hmm,
on to that Elsa for maybe you got next turn. You can clear this. You can clear this Diablo if you felt so inclined.
mm-hmm.
And
I
we'll
mean, even yeah. Oh, okay.
okay, and we will go ahead and quest two. So now you're going into the Elsa turn. Do you deploy the Elsa here, or do you try to save it for something a little bit more valuable?
One of the nice things about keeping Elsa is if you went that route is that they can never play their 3-drop Ursula safely,
Mm-hmm.
because as long as you have at least one other character down, so that is pretty impactful. So now one thing to note though is with that Pete, he can now start playing like songs. He can play strength next turn. So you
Yeah.
have to respond to at least the Diablo here. Um,
Yeah.
because if he plays one character, he can now strength your genie, which sets you pretty far behind. So it's an interesting turn. We know that he has the 5-cost Elsa, and we know that he has the shift Elsa. The rest of it though is currently a mystery. The Twilight Zone.
We'll find out soon. And just like we talked about, I think that shift Elsa, she's a shift 6, right? So you could go
Yes.
big Elsa, shift Elsa, and that could be a play. It could be something, and then it gets Bruno'd,
Yep.
and you feel miserable. So I don't know. We'll find out here soon. As Quigley is thinking hard about it. Pandemonium Heart is trying to put this play together, probably going through the same thought processes that we're going through here. It looks like we're going to ink the Fox Quest for 1. Send out the 5.
The
Elsa is
Elsa.
down,
Yep.
and we're popping the broom to draw. We exert the Pete, and just like you said, we're going to clear this Singer, it looks like, as we'll do everything we can to take that Pete off the board with both these evasive characters, not worrying about this Calhoun being able to crack back. And now your spot is a
Oh.
little bit
Yep.
better. I think this is okay if you're Pandemonium Heart.
If Joseph, if Pandemonium Heart has a bell in hand, that is going to be backbreaking. Just the bell, the genie onto the Calhoun, and then you
Oh,
have
yeah.
the bell that quests for 2. Like, oh, that would be amazing. So we'll see what's in that hand of his. I do not know how many cards are in his hand though, for either player really.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll just see.
heartbreaking.
We'll see. That I think that's a
Yep.
that's a possibility. So Dale actually has a lot to consider here. In this spot, I think Shift Diablo is just not even a thing that you can consider unless you have a song to sing with another character that you can play. As it looks like, I mean, yeah, Shift Diablo and Ursula is now established. So you were
Yep.
correct. He was able to play around the Elsa, got the Elsa summoned to the field, and now the Ursula can stick a little bit more freely. But you
Yeah,
could,
but
in theory,
at the
shift the
same
big one now, right?
Yep, exactly. You can shift the big one, and then big one just straight up trades with the Ursula. So that feels pretty good also. I think you have to do it. Like you cannot afford to let this Ursula get songs off.
Yeah,
So
that is how the
like
comeback
yeah,
would. If you ever want to win this, that's how that comeback would start. You gotta and talk about
yep,
not getting punished for inking that big Elsa. You held this thing and actually
yep,
got a chance to deploy it to the field, which is insane. I never thought in a million years this would happen, but you will be able to exert the Calhoun as well. So I'm pretty sure this was all a part of Dale's plan. I think you gotta clear the Ursula with this thing. I think you might be right. Quest for
yeah.
3 is just not worth it. Clearing that big Ursula, and we'll quest 2 here.
Mhm.
And you can actually take this Ursula and still be fine. And then
Yep.
your Calhoun can't come back in, but you can kamikaze this Diablo in to take down the Ursula, which I think is a fair trade if you are from Dale's position. If that Diablo's not going to do anything better, and then keep that Calhoun up. The board is simplifying. You lost 2 wonderful cards, or maybe you're thinking, hey, maybe they don't have the song, and I'll just hold the Elsa here and prage that it can survive, and then you can bail. But I think that's too much of a gamble. So these are the thoughts you have to think about. This is how deep this game can be
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, because if you don't like, let's say you quest here because it's relatively safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you quest here and he has a strength in hand, then he just hard cast strength and removes your Elsa anyways.
Yeah.
So I think you just have to take out the Ursula. I don't think you have a choice, like unless you just want to make that gamble. If you want to make the gamble that he doesn't have strength,
And he
all
does
right, he's
nothing.
gambling.
He's gambling.
He's
He just sends
gambling.
it. I like the
Ooh,
tenacity, dude.
ooh,
He's call.
exciting.
I love this.
Oh
I'm on the edge of my
man.
seat. Check raise, dude.
Yep. Yep.
Check
Oh
raise.
man.
Okay, I all in. Check raise. And if you do have that Bell coming in on this next turn, we're back active and we're loose. Or even if you get
Yep.
some
Yep.
bounce, even I'll even take a little bit of bounce, put those cards back into your hand,
Yep.
and see if that can help. I don't know if that's going to be the best thing to do, but it's definitely a vibe that you can do if you bounce ink and then deploy that Elsa again to just. And he had the strength all along, so you are
Yeah.
mega punished there a little bit. Got no lore, you
Oh, that
got no
feels bad.
removal, and you're able to just quest for one. So that is a critical, decisive moment of this game. If it doesn't go the way that you want, you have to look back at that turn and sense like, hey, maybe I didn't get everything I wanted out of that one. As Genie is still alive and well, question for two.
Probably gonna see a fox here. And if we see a fox, then that is what he was hoping to do, is just bounce the Elsa with fox and get both those characters back. But yeah, I'd imagine we're gonna see a fox here to take out Ursula. You have to have an answer for that card.
Oh, without a doubt. And maybe you need another ink and you can redeploy this Genie. Getting all those draws in before they can Diablo you has to feel good. We'll go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll Hades the Ursula.
Hades. Yep, that's a good answer.
Okay. So here we go. Here we go. So that's not a bad turn at all. And then if you felt so inclined, you can start bouncing this Hades, and that could be good. But now Dale is going to be on the back foot here. You're down in lore. You're down in position. What does Dale need? I think this even Shift Diablo might not be good enough unless you have the Hidden Cove to go along with it. I can't tell how many cards are in hand, but slamming down a beast tragic hero right now might not be the worst thing either. Just having a guy up that is a threat, that is a
Yeah.
menace to society, drawing some more cards. I think that could be a nice play for Dell in this spot because this Hades can kind of run away with the system too.
No, I think Beast would actually be a pretty decent play because again, you either Hades it or it starts to go a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I yeah, I think Prince John is a great play there. So now you can start getting your field back, getting your hand size back up, um, doing nasty little discard things. And anytime your opponent has to do some deep thinking, you're feeling pretty
You
good
got
because
it.
you're gonna hit something good.
And I'm looking at
So
that ink that's available left. You already know these discard players. They don't play just one sudden chill. They sing one and play the other one, dude. So I'm just looking at the available ink. I've seen it a billion times. So especially when you start deep thinking here, you know the next one is coming right behind it. So just don't get too attached to your cards. We'll send the snake. Hate to see it because that snake would have been
yep.
great here to reset this Hades. And it is the Ursula. So you
Oh
didn't have it.
no.
Never mind. Ursula the Deceiver is back at it again, as we will go ahead and quest the Diablo for one, just trying to get some residual lore, maybe coerce this Hades Inferno Schemer into attacking or challenging, I should say. Now you gotta. Do you have another answer for this Ursula? If you're Pandemonium Heart, you're digging, you're deep
Yeah.
diving everything you can, and we will go ahead and take out the Calhoun. Go for 3
Fox. Nope,
library.
library.
1
And that's
Diablo.
his hand. Yep.
3 everyone in. Okay.
That feels pretty good. That's pretty good.
Okay.
So
Okay. I like that play. That's a nice little rebuttal. You protect yourself a little bit. Um, I know Dale has played Cricky before as well, so there could be a chance to Cricky up, pop the library, but I doubt you would ever do something so foolhardy. You'll just kind of sit here and chill. No pun intended. If you can clear some of these characters in the library, you could then get them to go to hand and then discard them. So you have some options to do that. As we will go for a double storm. Who we popping here?
mm, all
1 on
right.
Hades to draw. Go 1 on Genie. If you felt that kind of way about it.
It's an interesting choice because if he bouncing the Hades is always a line you don't want, but he
Mm-hmm.
has to have the bounce. Whereas Genie can just auto answer a Diablo. So now at least that answer's gone.
And now he can
If
send
he
the Diablo into the Hades to finish that off. So
Yep,
you will get 2 cards out of the
exactly.
deal. And do you have some discard? Did you fall into the plan? And no, it looks like I think that's a pass there. No, that's not a pass. Okay.
Lucifer? Lucifer? Is that the name of the cat?
That
Is it
cat's name
Lucifer?
is Lucifer.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
The cat is Lucifer the cat. It looks like you might be queuing him up potentially. And it is going to be
Oh,
that tragic
that's
hero
pretty
beast.
good too. That's pretty good too. So
You're chilling with this beast here. As Pandemonium Heart did just get to some units there. Is it ever send this Prince John into this location? Because that thing can run away with this game. They don't have a lot of chunky strength guys, man. So that library can get you 2 or 3. That might be enough, especially if you can clear this
hmm
board relatively easily. You have Crab turn into this Diablo, could be magnetic. Do you have it in the library as well?
yeah, that crab would be so big here. Drawing 2 cards off of Diablo would be massive. Uh, oh boy, that's crab or fox
What
would
do you
be
got?
instrumental.
Yeah, Quest bounce. Uh, Dale still probably looking for some more value from this Prince John, as we're going to just send it
Oh,
into the
keeps
Ursula,
drawing. Okay.
just going for some cards, send him in raw, as he got no power boost. You're just going to send him into a watery tomb, just draw 2 cards, and now you need to play all these cards though, or you're going to get probably a little bit more discard. Ursula double sing sudden chill with Prince John is a play that you absolutely
Hades.
don't want to
Yep.
deal with, and we're sending the beast.
Nice. All
Interesting.
right.
Okay. And we'll ink
All
the
right.
friends and pass. I can't tell how many cards are in hand. But now, even if you do Ursula Sing double sudden chill, it doesn't even matter as much because you got a
But
nice
look,
established body on the board in the form of Hades.
oh, he's gonna draw two card, two
Hmm.
cards off of this.
And
Let's see.
Prince John can sing strength as well. You will give up some
Mm-hmm.
more cards. But leaving this Hades here, I think might be a backfire because this bad boy gets bounced.
Oh boy.
Oh man!
Oh boy.
And we'll,
That's pretty good too.
do you have the inks? Do you have the
Yeah.
ink to bounce and redeploy? Do you have it in you? Do you have global guts? Do you have what it takes for a bounce and redeploy? I don't even know if that'll be that good either, honestly.
Yeah. Like in a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8. He's on 8 ink. So
He could
that
ink.
second Ursula is rough.
Oh, yeah.
He
Now,
can draw 2 off of Hades by blowing up the Ursula.
the one Ursula
Yeah.
and see what happens there. That's not a bad play. No, he draw one.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he would draw 1. He would draw 1. Yes. So um oh,
Library will
I
be
mean it's still
Omega cracked if it could draw 2. I'm like, oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
The one is already enough sometimes. Holy 2. Can you imagine? Good
Yeah.
grief.
Oh man.
All right, so it looks like we're
Hmm.
still in Ponders here. This is a tough spot because you are outflanked. Blurple, again, as we've
Mhm.
said before, this thing can't really deal with width too well. So you are outmaneuvered here. You have to figure out a way to incrementally take some characters down and not lose too much of your board spot. You have another super threatening Ursula up, so you also need to figure out a way to reduce your hand because you got this annoying Prince John up. So you're kind of in a predicament, and this is why Dale's such a
Yeah.
strong player. He can set up these intricate problems for you to try to solve live on the play, and it's very tough to deal with all of the threats that are coming your
Ooh,
way.
that's nice. Because so this is the other thing is he could just quest here with Hades and he goes to 12 and then he'll go to
Ooh,
oh, that is wonderful.
that is what you need right there. That
Yep.
is a good card. That
Oh
is a
my
card.
goodness. Yep. That
Absolutely.
was
Your deck came through. That was a wonderful card in that situation there, as you're able to move that damage on over to the Ursula, challenge into the Ursula, and your spot looks a lot better now. You are drawing
oh
2 for
yeah.
this beast, but just like that, the width of the board has now become in your favor, and you are now outflanking the green steel player, which is exactly where you want to be. And you're up in lore as well. So we might
Yep.
be pushing hard for game number 3 in this top 4. What a match. What a
Yeah.
match.
It's wild how quickly it can change. I mean, because right now Pandemonium Heart, he's going to 11 and then he can quest for 5, so he's going to 16 next turn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so he's got check right now. Pete's don't do much of anything other than good trade value. So,
Mm-hmm.
ooh,
They can
he's
even
got check.
they can even go after the locations if he felt so inclined. I think that
Yes.
beast has to do something. Like he can't just sit here. He's gotta get active. I know Dale's trying to get some more cards to the hand and not take a bad
Oh,
trade,
is
but
that a strength?
oh,
Yep. Oh, there we go. Yep.
And now
And then
Beast
Beast
can.
trades into Hades. Yep.
Yep. What a
Feels
turn.
pretty good. Yep. Feels pretty good.
You'll get some more cards back in the process as well. So this is looking good. You get another rebate from your location as the back and forth game is happening. Both players just trying to see who can outlast as they're taking over the board from each other over and over and over again. You might have to send this rabbit on a mission here to take out this beast because he will be able to put some serious threats into your I think you lose
Hmm.
location next turn no matter what, and get some more value out of rabbit move to library, trade rabbit into the beast, and it looks like we got Genie wish for
Okay.
fields coming in, draw another card.
Yeah, that Beast and Pete trading into library easily next turn is pretty good. Um, Genies were really nice there. Because I don't know what, like at this point, I don't know how many cards are in his. Okay, so he opts to take out, okay, the Prince John,
Oh, he might be
and
going
then we'll
for some
probably
bounce.
see Elsa. Yep. Okay.
Oh, okay. Elsa has
All
to
right.
exert something. We'll exert a Pete, and we will go ahead and take out that beast. So that's a great clapback as well.
Yeah, it
So
is.
this is a fantastic clapback as you put the rabbit into the library, and now hitting Cove would be decent here to be able to take that
Yeah.
library down and take down the rabbit, and maybe you can continue to advance your position a little bit. It looks like Sudden Chill is being inked, or is that being deployed? I can't tell.
I don't know. Last time, it looks like he turned two to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Last time he played a sudden chill, he kind of held it back like that and then pushed it forward. So it's hard to say.
Oh,
Oh,
it was
okay.
played.
So he
Okay.
did use it. Discarded a goat. That's okay. So
I think if you're Dale, you love seeing goats being discarded there,
yeah.
especially with a little bit of thought behind it. So I might tell a story about what the hand is. As we're going to quest here, going on a race, not even bothering challenging into this library. You're just going to say, "I'm gonna go for it." What do you thoughts on that? Just going for the gusto
I
here.
mean, you challenge in the library for what
Yeah,
reason, right?
you're not really getting
He
nowhere.
gains. Yeah, you don't banish it. Your only option was to trade into the rabbit, but then he draws two cards. That feels bad. Yeah, that would. Gosh, what a couple
Oh,
back-to-back turns, and then a third Hades and a
into a
Chernabogs. Yep.
Chernobog. Oh, okay. And we're
All
putting
right.
guys into the library and look like that. This is what the Blurple deck is supposed to be doing as Dell just does a courtesy check on the top card, probably scooping up out of here and going to the all
Mm-hmm.
important game number
Yep.
3. Let's go. Yo, what is up out there in the Quest universe? I'm JDZ. I'm on a
Mm.
Quest. What do you guys think about that game? Much better than game number 1. And this match is
Yeah.
high profile in the top 4. And these are two of the game's best players doing exactly what you would expect them to do, taking plays that you don't normally see and making them work. There are a lot of plays there, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. I'm definitely inking that Elsa on Tipo and like early, or yeah, I'm just not doing any of that. And it worked
Yeah.
out great for Pandemonium Heart, clearly indicating that he's in tune with his strategy and in tune with the deck, knows how to play to their outs, and playing Sail instead of Tipo, and knowing what needs to happen is clearly the decisions that you want to see at this level of play. So I love to see it. I love being here in the booth, being able to watch because I'm getting better, man. That was incredible game for both players.
Yeah. No, it was. It was a lot of back and forth turns. Things to note, we never saw Diablo that game
Yeah.
for Dale. He never really got a whole lot of discard off either. So he the game lasted really long for playing a very different style of green steel than what we normally see green steel doing. That
Mm-hmm.
being the heavy discard package, Diablo to draw cards, and this time uh just almost doing like the steel song thing of just
Yeah.
controlling the field with songs, and this with Ursula just being a menace. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a great game. That was a really fun to watch.
Yeah.
So game 3 though is it's here we go. We've got Dale going first though, so we'll see what will he see the high roll. I still think that Green Steel has the best high roll potential of any deck in
Oh,
the game.
for
And when it
sure.
high rolls, like there's just nothing. There's
Freaking
literally nothing anyone can do.
look
So
out. I'm honestly, I just want a repeat of. I like both of these players a whole lot. You guys
Hmm.
know I'm a fangirl of Dale. I love Pandemonium Heart. SLTC, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? We out here. I'm trying to be like, I'm like, I want them both to do well, but what I would like to
Hmm.
see most is a replica of the last game, and just both players able to execute what their deck is trying to do. Maybe Dale didn't get a chance to do everything, but he definitely hit a lot of the markers, and they were both presenting problems to each other, answering the question, and I'll put a problem on you, you answer it. Those are the best kind of Lorcana matches, those back and forth matches where both players, it's not just a blowout one way or the other. Those are the ones I like to see, where both players can set up these problems, man. Dale setting up those problems, boom, answer it. My deck bails me out. I put a problem back on you. You answer it, and it's just, those are just the best games. So hopefully get more of
Yeah.
that, and not like a one sided on either way.
Yeah, it will. And it's funny you say I really want to see the decks do what they want to do, and that's it's unfortunate that what Green Steel wants to do is make it a one-sided game. So
Yeah,
it's like I kind of want to see both decks do what they want to
a
do.
little bit,
Like,
just enough, just enough,
yeah,
just enough.
just enough that it's still interesting. Like,
I
so
mean, you can
yeah.
play, like you said, you can play Diablo 1, or you can shift Diablo, probably going to shift Diablo soon or whatever, and then maybe you can get the genie down to check the Diablo, and now you got to do stuff with your Calhouns or your hidden codes to kind of play around the genie, and now you got to get the discard stuff. You got the Prince John. It could be there's some interactivity there, and I'm always for it, as we're going to show that you have those Elsas in hand, you have that Bell in hand, so you kept all of your Diablo answers. You're like, look, dude, Diablo ain't happening. Not this time.
But no ramp.
No ramp at all. Ooh. Yeah. Again, so that's 2 games, no ramp. That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yep, it is. Oh man,
That's rough.
what?
You
We
have a
love to
couple
see the
draws to get to
Elsa's.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem, this is he's kind of playing like a set 5 Blurple at this point. Oh, the Lorcan is about to die.
Let's go. I like that. I like that. I
Yep.
like the shout out to the mysterious hands coming in, plugging
Yeah.
that thing up, and the staff and all support at ETB. ETB is in Canada. This is in the Metro Toronto area. I'm not sure with Canadian geography, but I know it's in Canada. I know it's in Toronto. I know it's in Ottawa. Okay, and I know it's up there in the Great White North. Okay, the 6 is being represented. That's it. I don't know where it's at. So if you're familiar with Canadian geography, I can't give you an address. I don't know. It's a www or First Beavertail Avenue,
Google
Oakville
Maps.
store.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'm joking. I'm about to get kicked out of here.
What is it? A beaver tail, right? I
Yeah,
think Luke's all about those things. So,
dude,
uh,
I had
if you guys go to Canada,
I
make
got
sure you get a beaver tail.
I got pranked so hard by a Canadian person I knew, and he was like, I was like, yeah, what kind of food? Like, what's some good Canadian food? He's like, oh, we love eating beaver tail. I was like, for real? He's like, no, man, come on, dude, wake up. I was like, dude. I was like, for real? Is that for real? It's like, no, dude, nobody's eating no beaver tail, man. Stop it, bro. Come on, man.
Uh,
It got me good.
yeah.
I so believed it. He said it so calmly. I was like, all right, well, I got cooked. Oh, so we do have the Madam M Snake and no ramp. And you got the Prince John set up, so you know some discard is coming as Dale is continuing to expand the board. Not real beaver tail. It's a dessert. No,
Yeah.
he had me convinced that it was actual beaver tail, like that they were eating. That they were
Hey,
eating. Like, no.
unfortunately I'm a pretty gullible guy. So
Yeah,
if someone
same.
told me beaver tail and said it was a real beaver tail,
I'd believe
I'd
him
100% believe
for
them.
sure.
Like I would not think, oh, this is like I don't know what is it. It sounds like it could be like a waffle.
Yeah.
I don't know, like something fluffy.
I,
But we are playing Lorcana,
yeah.
so
And we're gonna get the hypnotize in with the Prince John, which is complete vibration. So you get a discard, and there is that Elsa, the Spirit of Winter, doing her best get discard impersonation. Hate to see it, as you drew that thing 2 times. You play 1, you drew that bad girl twice. Hate to see it. Hate to absolutely see it, but it is what it is. As Prince John's going to get another draw, as Hypnotize draws another card. You got these
Mhm.
Chernobog followers up, and if you could shift this Diablo, maybe just do it. I don't know. Did you see any genies in it? No, he got
I mean,
Elsa. He's got Elsa, Fifth Spirit in hand,
yeah.
so I don't think you can
So if he,
go
yeah,
for it there.
if he had it, we would have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had a perfect line to be able to play it. Just he either doesn't have the Diablo or he doesn't have the song.
Or yeah, he's probably trying to. He's
Um,
also probably trying not to play it around, because there's 2 Elsas and Bell in hand. And you're
mhm,
going into
yep.
4 ink now, so You're probably trying not to deal with that. As you're gonna go
Oh,
for 4, you'll
Genie,
play the
Rabbit.
rabbit. Genie would have been strong there. Rabbit's pretty
Yeah.
good, but not as strong as a genie would have been if you are Pandemonium Heart. You'll take it though as you get another card draw to kind of help refill your hand from that hypnotized discard.
Yep. Yeah, this is a great Pandemonium Heart's in a wonderful place right now because now he's at Elsa, and Elsa lets you again control 3 cost Ursula. Like, what a great place for Pandemonium Heart right now
Mm-hmm.
in Blurple. Um,
And,
it's still
and you can
it's
do it
still
twice too,
anyone's
because
game.
there's two. There's
Like,
two. So you got Earth. So you can even go. You have Elsa, and Belle in hand. As they're gonna go for the sudden chill here, I think you gotta do everything you can to keep those 3 cards because those are gonna be your board fighting condition here going into that next turn. As you're seeing the sudden chill, Dale's hoping to get one of those cards out of hand so you can continue your gameplay. But now this Elsa is going to make it to the field, and somebody's coming down with her as Calhoun is now exerted. So you can snake into the Calhoun, and then you can Elsa into. Oh
oh,
no, not like
jeez.
this!
Oh
Holy,
man.
the air is
And he
out
gets
of
to
the
draw 2
sails.
cards.
Oh man, look at that,
Oh,
Lucifer. Sheesh. Oh
jeez
man, that
Louise.
hurts. That hurts. That stings the nostrils right there. Not even
Yeah.
gonna lie. I didn't even think about that. But still,
Yep.
it's a backbreaker, but it's not
Yeah.
over. You still have Elsa and Belle in hand, and you need to draw an inkable card. And you do have
So
this Chernobog Followers that's going to be able to cash in. And not anymore, you don't, because
not
that thing just
anymore.
got blasted by the Storm Rage on. Holy.
What a turn, man.
Gee.
And I do think that Pandemonium Heart inked turn 1. I think he inked the bell.
Oh, did he?
If I
Okay, I
remember
missed that. I missed
correctly.
that. I
So,
missed that. Okay. So
so we know he has 1 Elsa left, and I don't know how much bigger his hand is. So,
he just lost
um,
3 cards that turn. So it
yeah,
cannot be.
that was nasty.
That was grotesque. Why did they stop playing Lucifer? Holy, that card's strong. As he came in right on time, right beside that Prince John, too, just like he drew it up. And he was able to slam dunk 2 cards out of hand. And then we're going to go on a little quest with the Diablo, perhaps. This
Hmm.
is not the most ideal situation, but I think you can at least clear the Calgoon with the snake. You can then
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and clear the Prince John with the rabbit, right? And then you
Yep.
can clear something else with the Elsa. I think Lucifer's stats are quite small, so you should be able to take down
Yeah.
Lucifer as well. So that was a huge turn in momentum, but you can get back in this
Clear his
board
board.
for sure,
Yep.
for
So,
sure. So let's
yeah,
see
huge turn.
what Pandemonium
Now,
does here.
yep. Now Dale still has a pretty big hand. Like, so yes, Pandemonium Heart can clear his whole board essentially. Um, the fact that Dale still has such a big hand is a lot to handle.
No pun
What a nice
intended.
spot. Yeah.
No, but at the same time, I have noticed in my time playing Green Steel, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes they'll have a lot of cards, but there are a lot of just do nothing
Yeah.
worthless
Yep.
cards. It's a lot of hypnotize, it's a lot of sudden chills, it's a lot of cards that if I don't have a hand to deploy those cards against, you're not
Hmm.
really doing much. And I think that can happen sometimes. So we're gonna go ahead and sing Friends with
Friends.
the Rabbit. Interesting.
All right.
Just trying to get that thing out before Ursula Deceiver comes out and completely takes over. And we do find some ink, and Elsa is going to come on in as well. So it looks like you can lose the Lucifer and the cow, and you can plus on the Lucifer and the Prince John if he felt so inclined, and then have Calhoun come back in and do what Calhoun's going to do to either the snake or the rabbit, and you'll get a one
I
for
would
one there.
I would think you'd have to do Snake into Calhoun because otherwise Calhoun can just take out Rabbit and still live. But
Mm-hmm.
I think Elsa always takes out Prince John. That's not really
Who?
a
What
question.
are
So
What are Lucifer's stats? Are we not
he's a
worried about
2/2.
Lucifer? He's a 2/2. So then he
Hmm.
goes Muses, sing a song, bounce back to Lucifer. You cannot have that. You cannot deal with
That
that.
yeah, Muses is a card. That
Yeah.
is a really good one. So
you
that's a good point. So
you
yeah,
simply
that would have been bad.
You simply don't want to try that. But I mean, it's still a vibe. It's still energy. It could have happened,
Hmm.
but it looks like Dale's going to go ahead and ready everybody up. And then let's see if Dale goes ahead and takes a free plus on this rabbit. We won't plus. You'll get a chance to get a little instant rebate with rabbit, and then you could send the snake into the Calhoun, and that seems viable, perhaps, if that's what
Hmm.
Dale likes to do. I'm sure Pandemonium's already thinking long and hard about the options there. You did what you wanted to do. You got the Elsa pulled, which is exactly what you wanted. Maybe there's a world you're trying to set up a turn where you can get this Diablo in, and Beast just comes on in again. Let's see
Yep.
if this guy's going to
He's
be
getting
annoying
you
or not.
something. Yep. Oh yeah, because you can't Hades next turn, so you're getting at least one draw off of him. So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty yummy. Ooh, the Hidden Cove, very nice. Now,
I don't know if you have any
Hidden
ink
Cove
to move
does
anybody
just
in
get.
there.
Yeah, I don't think he does, but at the same time, he can't banish the Hidden Cove next turn either. So,
Oh, he
oh,
can.
Calhoun doesn't do
Oh,
anything.
wow. Okay, so he does not exert.
Wow.
Very interesting. So he puts the Hidden Cove out there, maybe just to try to keep a turn off of lore being gained. Just saving 3 lore for a card. I don't know. Would you
Hmm.
play that card? Hey, you can't lose 3 lore.
I
Play this card or something. I don't know. Because,
That's interesting. Like, I I wonder why he didn't just blow up the rabbit. That just seems
yeah. And now he just gave up the Hidden Cove there
interesting.
just for a complete
Yeah.
neg value, just to take up. That was a down tempo
Holy
turn.
crap. And well, the other Pandemonium Heart didn't
Didn't Anchor play a
ink
card at
or
all.
play anything. So is he bricked on Hades and Big Elsa?
Gotta be.
Or
No, Big Elsa
oh
got discarded
man.
early on. I think he's only playing one
Yeah, it
copy.
did. So is he bricked on Big Elsa's?
It's
Uh
gotta be. He's probably got he plays 4 Hades. He's probably got 3 in hand right
mhm.
now. We'll find out
Or
here
yeah,
if
Big Hades. Yeah, yep. So I mean, he could have the baby Elsa, the 5 cost Elsa that he's holding back in case of an Ursula,
and
like
there's Ursula
that.
right there.
So that is interesting. Man, what a couple interest. What an I'm still pretty like I have so many questions about the Cove turn.
Yeah,
Like why he went that route to just kind of lose it.
yeah. That he just gave up a card for free, and that doesn't seem like something you would want to do.
And then now he takes out the rat bit.
it, yeah, because you could have cleared that rabbit for free essentially, and
Yeah, last
then
turn.
and kept the Calhoun around. You probably got traded into the Calhoun, but your Cove sticks around, and then you move everyone into the Cove, and you're on your way. Like that's a much, much, much better position, as you
The
will go and trade
snake.
up the snake. Either that, if you'd have did that last turn, you're cooking with grease. But I don't know.
So,
I have to find out why
ooh,
why we gave up the Cove so easily. I would love to know. As we're going to go ahead and ready these characters.
so this is interesting though because the right now we know that Pandemonium Heart is bricked
Mm-hmm.
or like he has to be because he would have inked last turn or done something, right? So by not taking out the rabbit, you're not giving him that extra draw.
Smart.
And
Yeah.
now he can't even like he has to have bounce to be able to get something out of the rabbit.
Oh, he's bricked
Oh
again. Oh my! You
man.
can't take 2 full
Oh
turns off.
jeez.
What is the hand? You got to be Omega bricked.
Oh yeah, it's got to be nothing but Hades. Like I can't imagine
That-
anything else it could be.
Taking off 2 full turns here.
Yep. We're
It-
about to find out because he's about to discard it all.
oh, so
No, okay, he's just gonna blow up the characters. Okay.
okay. And Dell doing a great job, like you said, not electing to recognizing the position, understanding that Pandemonium Heart is just mega bricked. I would assume, and we put another beast
Oh,
out to
another
continue to
beast.
advance your own position. As Rabbit is just out there. We'll see the
Oh,
hand,
here
so
we
we'll
go.
see it.
Freeze.
Oh
Oh my
man,
goodness.
just like we thought. Oh no, not like this, Hades.
Oh,
Not the infernal schemer. Oh, not like this. Is
oh
not what I wanted to see.
no.
This is not what I wanted to see.
Oh
But you still got
man.
4. You still
Yeah,
got
I mean,
4. It's 4 versus 4. If you can manage to
yeah.
get to 7 ink and just start raining Hades indefinitely, you can come back. This game is not
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, but the problem is that Beast is drawing him he's drawing 3
Yeah.
cards per turn right now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's gonna take so long to get there. I think you might have to. If you can't get ink this time, you might have to just freaking bonsai this rabbit into this.
yeah.
You gotta get him out of there, dude. And we're gonna
I
take
mean,
out the
even
Diablo.
then,
We'll go for 3. Dude, if he,
for
it
Fox,
might
I
be for a bounce.
assume.
Yeah, we'll
Yep.
bounce. We'll Fox into the Ursula. We do get a card. Please ink something. Please, I'm begging. I'm begging. We'll ink the crab. Okay,
Oh,
so
there's a crab. So he's
next
at 6 ink.
next turn you can go ink and you can start sending Hades for the rest of your life. It seems as Prince John is out. Oh
Oh
no,
no. Oh no.
no,
Oh no.
oh no. Does Dale have more? Dale has got to have a billion cards in hand by
He's
now.
got to have a billion cards. Like,
All right, so we will go ahead and hit the hypnotize. We'll draw 2 from that. Oh, not like this, dude.
no, jeez
You
Louise.
need, and we're going to take out the Fox, and we'll quest 2 just to try to put
Yeah,
some
because
type of
why
win
not,
condition
right?
here. As you know, if there's a high likelihood that a Hades is going to be inbound next turn. If you brick on another unink
Mhm.
right here, like even a genie, I'm losing it. I'm losing
Just
it.
it feels
No,
so
no, no, no.
bad.
Please, ink. And there it is, ink. And we
Oh,
can
there we
send
go.
in the Hades.
Okay.
So you got 1 Hades. He's going to come on down.
Yep. All
And
right.
oh, you're going to hope. Here's the hoping. Feast gets
Mhm.
2. No more discard, please. You got to get this other Hades in before you lose the rest of your cards and get that other beast off the field. If you can survive keeping that Hades in your hand, play the Hades on that beast, your position seems salvageable. Oh no, here's the
Oh,
sudden chill.
there's another one.
We'll lose the rabbit,
All right. Yep.
and here it is. If you play sudden chill here, the game might be coming to a screeching halt. Do you have more? Is there? They
I
always
mean,
have it.
even if he doesn't, he still has all of that ink in a his hand size has to be so big right now.
It's monstrous. Dale's trying to go back to back. The champ is trying to go back to back. Won this thing before, trying to defend the title of the MTA or the GTA player of the year. You know what I'm saying? Winning all these
Got a
events. And we got
Bruno.
the Bruno here. So basically, it's going to be
Yep.
Hades or Hades.
Yep.
And we will get a draw from that as well. Oh.
Oh gosh.
If he just did,
it
if he didn't
feels
brick this,
so bad.
yeah, because he took 2 full turns off bricking miserably.
Yep.
That feels rough, man.
Yeah. It feels awful. Oh man.
So now
Ink the
Dale's
string.
thinking, and maybe just keep questing here. Quest beast quest. Oh, we lost a feed.
No,
The feed.
no.
My feed. We need the feed.
Oh, no.
Feed me. Oh.
Okay, he's coming back.
We're back.
He was fast this time.
Let's go.
He was like prepared for it.
Oh, he had another sudden chill too. Oh, that's what we
Oh
missed.
no.
That's what we missed. Oh, it's Jover. It's Jover. All your top end is gone now. You got 1 more Hades, I think, floating in the deck, which would be super ironic if you get to it. And you did! What? Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
You're about to draw another Hades. Oh my goodness. He got to the other Hades.
Oh my goodness.
As we're questing for what is going to be 16, then we'll send out the Smee, Pete, and Ursula.
Gosh.
And there's no card in your deck that can stop this from happening with top decking, as Dale recognizes his position, and it's going to be pretty much a GG, as Dale is going to go back to back, going to the finals again, defending his crown, defending his throne. It appears.
Oh my god! And just strengths the Hades.
Just for vibes, and now we got 1 card off the top of the deck. It is going to be the fist bumps all around, as Del Bolito is going to be going to the finals, taking nothing away from the Pandemonium Heart, Joseph Quigley. Okay,
man,
that's just bad luck, man.
Diablo. Yeah, yep, it is right. Like
that was just bad luck.
Like that. Yeah, that was. There was nothing you could. That was all top decks. You know, he didn't keep any of those Hades. Like he top decked all of his big high cost uninkables. Even the
Elsa
or the only Elsa. Like, oh
yeah, he literally drew all. He drew 4 Hades, and he drew one Elsa, all in one game, and it just did not end well. So it's gonna happen like that. No Diablo, no problem. Dale, he is my hero. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Dale fan. I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible out here in the commentary space, because I don't want to be a biased individual. But I'm a big Dale fan. I've said it multiple times here. I also like Pandemonium Heart as well, and I think he played it as best as you could, man, in that situation by breaking so unequivocally hard. Yo, Honest Abe with the subscription. Yo, thank you, Honest Abe. I owe you one. Next time you stream, I'll pay you back. I'll subscribe. Thank you. We out here. Vampire Lord. What you know about Vampire Lord?
Oh my God.
What you know about Vampire Lord? Huh? We out here.
So Vampire Lord. Oh, maybe unless if his YouTube name is Vampire Foundry. At the beginning of this game, so in the when we're just talking, I move my face cam to the middle of the screen, and I was so excited about the Pandemonium and Dale game that for the first like 2 minutes, I didn't move my face out of the middle of the screen. So that might be Vampire Foundry from I was watching on YouTube. So.
As Anthony Alvarado, the GOAT Format World Champion, is in the chat, says he was in the mall when the Vampire Lord incident went down. People don't know about that. We're not. Who told you about the Vampire Lord story? Who told you that? Honest Abe, no. Okay, we're not bringing that energy over here into the Lorcana space. Okay.